Here we are at event number 2, race number 2, Karts at Tskuba. Sunday Funday Showdown.
Showdown, bitch!
So we had a pretty interesting race here. Mostly people getting taken out or dying in the first couple laps, and then a good race between the top, what, 4?
Top 4 or 5, actually.
I think it was up to 6 for that one.
Yeah, it was. We even had the Canadian.
I mean, it was up to 11 in the beginning, but...
At this point, after the first race, I think everybody was driving out of frustration from getting punted, side swiped, and spinning out.
Especially Nate.
Yeah, with Nate, yeah. But then again, this was a really good battle for the front pack. Unfortunately for us in the back, we had our own little kind of battle, but it was fun.
And so here you're going to see me dying. But I wasn't the only one to have problems on the first lap, as we'll see.
As you can see, who is this?
Nate's gone on the outside.
Nate is gone.
And Nate's gone on the outside.
Oh,
I think this is Kels.
Yeah, I think it's Kels.
he's gone.
Yep, here's another view of Nate's death.
It just gets worse and worse as the races just go on.
And we're back at turn 1, lap 1 again. Get another view of that.
Inside.
Yep. Death, dying.
Rest in peace,
Of death.
But besides that, it actually turned out to be a very, very entertaining race. A lot of frustration coming from Brody, myself, Tim, but it made it very, very exciting throughout the entirety of this car.
Speaking of Tim, we're on board here. He was in the Tony Kart livery with the Tony Kart gloves and suit.
Yeah, Tim, what were your thoughts behind the tail? What were you thinking?
I got blocked a lot, and he brakes real early. He really does drive aggressive, but then again, he's a 9-year-old on a video game. We can't really bash on him too. We could bash on his tail.
But anyway, Mateo going back to the point, passing Tim on the last turn.
Tim, I didn't realize how long you were in the lead group here.
But while he's in
James
front,
at the inside.
it was a good battle between me, Brody, Tim, and then
Tim's gone.
Oh, yeah. Cue the
So I sent myself hitting a berm, and I kind of just sat there because I was frustrated. And then I was like, you know what, suck it up, get back on the track, let's finish it out.
And at that point, I was behind Tim, and I saw that Delta just dropping down and down. And I thought I was going to catch him. And then I caught up right to maybe a corner behind him, and then he just started pulling away because he got about a second and a half pace on me.
and here's the thing too. I mean, here's Tim and Schaefer, and while the front pack is battling, they actually got within a second and a half behind the leader, and made it actually pretty interesting.
They were actually real close, and that Havoc joined too.
Yeah, the Canadian, and then there went Schaefer.
He's gone.
And then Tim.
Right around the end, but then Schaefer left for good. That was it.
Beat crap out of me.
Schaefer lost power, unfortunately, and was unable to finish the race.
Now, here's the battle, the top 6 or 7 or so. Tony, the leader at the time, Mateo, was actually doing a pretty good job of keeping everybody at bay. But, the top 7 didn't want to stay in the front pack, and that made it a pretty interesting race.
That was an interesting racing incident between the 3 karts there. Slide Schaefer and the other car.
He's gone.
Yeah.
That's when James decided to put me off the track. Sorry.
And speaking of Mateo putting people off the track,
Yeah, just not giving racers the room, and it was very unfortunate because the very next lap he
God.
was sent,
twice in a row on the same corner.
and deja vu, right?
I believe Vic said he didn't touch you, James.
Didn't touch me at all, and the video speaks for itself. Inside. Now, this is unfortunate. They haven't had just the first race of the season, and gets sent.
And you'll note that he was not weighted up for.
Now, speaking of which,
Jesus.
This is how you're supposed to do it.
What a guy.
so Nate took out Death, and instead of just blowing by him, he actually waited and gave the spot, and they kept racing.
Goddamn gentleman.
In general.
Here's a pass Nate got done with Jit on track. Good
Drag
speed.
race.
Gotta say, I really love the Jamestown helmet. Love it.
Yep, thought he died in '94 of a heart attack, but he's back and he's on the kart track.
He's back, hanging out in Jamaica with Tupac. Here he is. Now on board was this Mateo
Again.
again. But again, he kept everybody at bay. He was very persistent.
So I'd like to say, if he wasn't shoving James and Brody and Havoc wide every other corner, I don't think that battle would have been as good.
Not me.
Not even.
Shout out Mateo.
No excuse for Mateo, but it is an interesting thing to note about this race.
The thing is, shout out to Mateo because he was doing everything he can to keep, Brody and myself at bay. But at some point, it got
There's
too
a line.
aggressive. Yeah, and you don't see it in the video, but there was some contact that allowed us to pull away.
Inside. When you say us to pull away, do you mean you pull away?
Us. It didn't happen.
Now, Brody, you kept hearing from Vic over the communications that Mateo is faster and you should let him by. What were your thoughts?
Bullshit.
Heard it here first.
You heard it first.
Because as soon as I got by Mateo, I gapped him by like 8 seconds.
Brody, you were faster in the corners, but he did kind of gain up some ground on some of the straights.
Quote your source.
He did. He actually did. And another example, just right here. What was the issue in the hairpins? Because literally, it seemed like you pull out the S's fast, but in the hairpins, he was just always able to get underneath.
I mean, I guess that's what happens when you don't care if you run into the guy and you're braking.
That's very true. Maybe he was on mediums.
He might have been on mediums.
Get the choice.
Unfortunately, you do not get the choice. Here's our livery of the day. It's Celts with the Little Caesars pizza and the Karts you came into it. Kick me, South Park.
Not gonna lie, I kind of wish
like
you
your
showed my
mom.
send on Mateo.
And here's our drift of the day. Goes to Schaefer.
Ooh, hold it.
Of the day. And there's your results from Event 2, Race 2.
Here's the thing. Schaefer was actually doing really, really well, and then power outage.
Yeah, when I said he lost power, I didn't mean his engine. I meant his power at his house.
Didn't even.
What do you